Now, our next guest on the show is Eamon McPartlin from Manor Hamilton. And Eamon is someone who lives with the condition of Functional Neurological Disorder, or FND, and dystonia. And he was a number of representatives from the Neurological Alliance of Ireland that met with TDs from the region ahead of this week's budget to highlight the lack of neurological services in the region. Eamon, you're welcome and thanks for joining us.
Good morning, Niall.
So the services aren't what they should be, you feel, and haven't been for quite some time. What services especially are lacking, can you tell us?
Niall, that's for sure. The services haven't been as what they should have been for a long time. So I suppose the two main things that the Neurological Alliance of Ireland have been campaigning on throughout the country, and specifically with representatives like myself in the Northwest, is the lack of a community neurorehabilitation team to serve the entire of the Northwest, and the lack of a dedicated neurologist at Letterkenny Hospital.
It's been like this for some time, apparently, Eamon, despite your efforts to the contrary.
Yeah. So firstly, just in relation to the community neurorehabilitation team. So there is a small community neurorehabilitation team located in Donegal, but unfortunately that team only exclusively serves people in Donegal. So just to give an example of the issues that would be faced by people in Sligo Leitrim, is a lady in North Leitrim who lives with one of my own conditions, Functional Neurological Disorder, known as FND, and is a wheelchair user for over a year and a half now, tried to get access to the team. And even though her GP was based in Donegal, she was refused because she didn't live in Donegal. Now, fortunately, that lady, after a long fight, has got access to inpatient rehab at the National Rehabilitation Hospital. But everyone knows how difficult it is to get access to that hospital, and that's why community neuro-rehab teams are so important. And the government did commit, as far back as 2019, to have one of these teams in every CHO area in the country. And the annoying thing is now is that up till the summer of this year, there was a commitment by the government, and in the HSE estimates, that the team in Donegal, which is only staffed to approximately a quarter of the 13-person team that should be in place for the region, would be expanded and funding provided to serve the entire region. But a U-turn happened in late summer, and instead they funded a team in Dublin in CHO Area 9.
Right, you were lobbying local TDs and other representatives this week ahead of the budget. So, I mean, what sort of response did you get, and I haven't read the finer details of this. Have you been looked after in any shape or form in the budget?
Yeah. So firstly, we did lobby local TDs. So both Marion Harkin and Frank Fahan attended the event from Sligo Leitrim, and also we had Minister Charlie McConalogue from Donegal at the Neurological Alliance of Ireland pre-budget event last week. Now, they all listened to us, and some were very surprised and weren't aware of this U-turn. And unfortunately, as of this moment, we have not got news yet whether the funding will be provided for expansion of the team in Donegal to serve the entire region. And we have the same issue in relation to the lack of a dedicated neurologist at Letterkenny University Hospital, because what you have is the team at Sligo University Hospital is completely overstretched, and they're trying to provide outreach to Letterkenny. And then you have the other issue with patients is that they have to travel from Donegal to Sligo, and the waiting lists are just increasing. So we definitely need our local elected representatives to put the pressure on government to ensure the funding is happening. But unfortunately, we've got no detail in relation to the budget announcement from the Health Ministry yesterday.
All right, okay. As we say, I mean, you have FND, Functional Neurological Disorder. What is that exactly?
So Functional Neurological Disorder would be described as a neurological condition where there is an issue with how the brain and the nervous system send signals. So in other words, it can affect a person's movement. Just in my own case, It can affect someone in relation to having seizures, which are functional seizures, known as non-epileptic seizures. And for other people, it may affect their memory, so cognitive issues. So it can have a broad range of symptoms. And I suppose the difference is to maybe other more mainstream neurological conditions is that it's more with the functioning of the brain and nervous system rather than the structure of the brain. But the thing is, FND is as common as multiple sclerosis, MS, and unfortunately we have no dedicated FND clinic in the country. We're the only country in Western Europe without a dedicated specialised FND clinic to support people with FND.